Guys, it's Jen with Card Zen by Jen. Thanks so much for joining me for another Manic Monday. Today's card is super simple. It does not get any more basic than this. Today we are going to be using the Dots and Spots die. This is a large die. You only get the one die with this. I think it's $32. It's in the annual catalog. But if you absolutely love polka dots, like I do, you definitely want to get your hands on this. I'm going to be showing a few ways on my Facebook page this next week here, showing everything that you can do, different ideas that you can do with this, because again, if you're like me and you loved the polka dots, you bought it, but then you were kind of like, okay, other than making a background, what else do I do with this? And I want to show you some other ideas for using this rather than having it just collect dust in your die cabinet. Today, what I'm making with this is I'm making a stencil. So all I did was I took a piece of my basic white and just cut it. It does not matter. This is, I think, maybe 5 by 4 1/4. It doesn't matter how big this is, but just go ahead and cut it, and then you're going to run it through your die machine, and you are going to come out with this. We are going to use this as a stencil. We are not going to use the die anymore. The background piece today, we are going to be using just simply a piece of thick basic white. Again, it does not get any easier than this. Our stamp set that we're using is the Biggest Wish. This is $17 in the annual catalog. I absolutely love these big blocky fonts that get paired with these really cute script font. I love that. The inks that we're just using the Tuxedo Black Memento. We are using Berry Burst. This is a new color and I absolutely love it. My stamp pad is a little juicy, so it does come out a little bit dark. If you want a lighter shade, you can always stamp off. So put those aside for a second. The other thing that we're using today is a blending brush. I love blending brushes. They create such a very soft and subtle background. It's just how they put the color on the paper. It's just gorgeous and it's easy to add. So if you want areas that are a little heavier than others, you can do that. I already cut my card base, so we are going to just simply fold this over and crease it with your bone folder. Oh goodness, what did I do with my bone folder? I'm on a roll today, I'm telling you. For example, you see those nails? Yeah, they weren't supposed to be that bright. This is Color Street. This is called Hibiscus. For anybody who's ordering from Color Street and orders Hibiscus, this is really neon pink. I know the Barbie movie is out right now, but I'm not a huge fan of Barbie, so I did not do this on purpose, but I'm stuck with it for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. We're going to make the most of it. So once we have our card base, we're going to put that down. We are going to bring in our Berry Burst, and we are going to pick up, and you can see how I already prepped this. Oh, I have something on my, let me get that off. Sometimes you get little pieces of paper on your ink pad, just lightly take those off. So all you do to get the ink into your cover is you just, with it closed, you just squeeze in the middle. Squeeze in the middle. This is a nice thing to do if you need to pick up color for blending brushes. It is a nice thing to do if you are using your blender pen to pick up color and to color with as well. It's a nice little trick. All right, so we are going to take our stencil. We're putting it over top of our card base. Again, this is super easy. We're just going to hold it there. Just going to hold it there along the edge. No big deal. We are going to pick up some of our Berry Burst on our blending brush, and we are going to lightly just kind of start at the middle and work your way out. Try not to go the whole way to the edges. You pick up a little bit more. Every time I start at that middle again. That way my middle is darker than the rest of it. Again, this does not have to be perfect. Don't expect it to be. You're going to get kind of like an ombre effect. All right, we should have enough there, I think. All right, voila, polka dots. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is, let's close this for just a moment. Open ink pads for me, I get very dangerous. So we're going to grab the blocky birthday. We're going to make a birthday card today. Again, super quick, super easy. I'm going to pull out my memento. Let's pick this up on my block. Now, this is such a blocky image and a large image that you really want to make sure that you get, especially whenever you're using memento, you want to make sure that you get it a lot of ink on there. There you go. I think that's good. Now, because this is a photopolymer stamp, we are going to bring in our Stampin' Pierce mat so that we can get the best image that we can. Again, don't worry if it's not perfect. It's a handmade card. Handmade cards are not perfect, but they are given with love and received with love. All right, there we go. So we are then going to grab your happy out of there. We are going to put aside our black memento. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Betsy, if you're watching this, you might want to just turn away. I am not doing any kind of other paper on this card. This is really a simple, easy, quick card. I got ink on my finger, which usually ends up on my card somewhere. So we are going to pick up Berry Burst, and we are going to start right up here. We're going to do our happy. I try not to think about this too much when I'm doing this because undoubtedly I mess it up if I think about it too much. So we're going to do happy there, turn it to its side. It's going to be happy all around. Another happy. Turn it this way. Another happy. And then we're going to do 2 at the bottom as well. I think the bottom ones are the harder ones. There you go. So there's our card front. It's our card base. We didn't use any other paper. We didn't use any DSP. We just used ink, stamps, made our own template out of that Dots and Spots dies, and it came out super cute. Now let me show you something else. If you would like to step this up, okay, Betsy, you can return. If you would like to step this up and put a mat behind it, I used a very thin Berry Burst mat behind this, and then I used Blackberry Bliss as my card base. And you can see how that changes the look of that. See how that changes the look? So super easy, also super easy, just with a little added paper. The other thing that we can do with this, I know I have a lot of friends that are in direct sales. And the other thing that you can do with this is keep that stencil, just store it with your die. Keep that stencil. This is a note card. These are the note cards from Stampin' Up. And I am going to just score this, or not score this, I'm sorry, I'm going to crease this because I didn't do that very well. Let's try this again. There we go. So I have a lot of friends that are in direct sales, and I meet a lot of people when I'm at craft fairs, and they always want to make their product stand out because, again, you have Color Street, you have Mary Kay, you have so many different Scentsy, you have so many different direct sales markets there, and you have a lot of people who are selling the same thing. So you want yours to stand out. You want your customers to come back to you. You don't want them to go somewhere else. Use this as a really, really quick and easy thank you card. It doesn't have to be crazy, but when somebody buys a significant order from you, heck, when somebody buys any order from you, you want to thank them for that, right? So just take the front of your note card. Take the front of your note card, and we are just going to do our Berry Burst onto the front of the note card. Again, does not have to be perfect. It just has to get done, right? All right, so let's push this because we are going to pick up this time. Let me grab another block. This time we are going to grab the thanks. I love this thanks. It's one of my go-tos. As you can tell, it's been well used. But it's one of my go-tos because I just love the font on it. So I'm going to pick up Berry Burst again, and we are going to go, you can go in the center, you can go down at the end. I like the center. I am very much a symmetrical person. There you go. Quick, easy thank you card. Now we have a little envelope to mail it with, right? Bring that back in. Bring that back in. Bring in your stencil. Let's just add just a little to decorate the outside of the envelope, shall we? Now I know Betsy's happy. There you go. So your customers will get this cute little envelope and a little thank you card from you. And hopefully the next time that they want to make a sale or want to make a purchase, they're going to come back to you for that. So I hope that you liked my cards today. I will be posting again. If you follow me on Facebook, I will be posting some more cards that we can do and some other ideas that we can do with the dots and spots over the next week here. You can follow me. It's Stamping with Card Zen by Jen on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. You can ask to join. I will absolutely let you in. And I hope that you join me next week for another Manic Monday. I'll catch you then. Bye.